PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Thursday, the 10th day of September. A warm, muggy day, a few scattered storms around, very similar to what we've seen in recent days, and quite frankly, don't think the weather changes a whole lot tomorrow. Let's look out the window at the Skycam shots. First off, from Newton, Mississippi, that's one of the Skycams across the state line. Pouring rain over there. That's about 30 miles west of Meridian, and that's what some folks are dealing with today. Crossing the state line back into Alabama, there's the Gadsden Skycam. Mostly cloudy. Temperatures have not warmed quite as much as yesterday, and accordingly, the air not quite as unstable today. So where the clouds have lingered, not much rain this afternoon. But notice down in Chilton County, the sun is shining there, and sure enough, we've got those billowing cumulus clouds, and a few folks are getting wet. Water vapor satellite imagery. Winds aloft are light and variable. Quite frankly, the most interesting feature we see down there is that disturbed area of weather in the western Gulf. That bears watching. Sometimes little backyard tropical systems can flare. Not really big storms or hurricanes, but depressions. But boy, those can be very effective rain producers. There's the radar at early afternoon. That's at 1:50, and you can see thunderstorms in parts of Bibb and Chilton counties. Also, some pretty healthy storms up in northwest Alabama. And like recent days, just moving slowly to the south-southeast. Organized severe weather today, the Dakotas and the northwestern corner of Minnesota, so we're not going to worry about that much. But, boy, look at the rain here. You get the idea that everybody's kind of getting on board with this idea of a tropical wave coming out of the western Gulf, producing very heavy amounts of rain, especially for Louisiana, and maybe up in here by Sunday and Monday, especially Monday of next week. So we'll watch that in modeling as we go. Atlantic overview, one storm out there. That's Hurricane Fred. Not moving much at all. It's meandering. Fred is just kind of hanging around 35 west. And it's above 15 north, and often systems out there will recurve, and that thing is in an area where, first off, it's being sheared. We note that. It's lopsided. And for the moment, it's not being allowed to move west. But look at the track from the Hurricane Center. They bend it back to the west early next week. I mean, it just sits there for 3 or 4 days, doing nothing except weakening. And ultimately, it becomes a remnant low by early next week, but a jog back to the west, so who knows? We'll keep an eye on it. But again, for now, it's a long way away from land, and it's no threat to any landmass for the moment. Here's the GFS, the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock Friday. And once again, upper air features not particularly impressive for much of the country. Core of the westerlies are up north. Same deal. Moist air, scattered afternoon showers, and storms. You've heard that before. Will the weather change much on Saturday? Probably not. And again, the GFS wants to bring a little drier air in here. We'll sure mention scattered showers and storms. We're not going to back off on that. But the model is suggesting that they might be fewer in number on Saturday. And yeah, we see that low over eastern Texas. Whatever develops in the western Gulf, the GFS tries to pull it north up into Texas, a little north of Houston at midday Saturday. And then Sunday, the low moves still more north than east, and it's pretty much over the Arklatex region. But that should pull a lot of tropical moisture up in here, so it looks like a day where we should see an increase in showers and storms. And then Monday of next week, the low is just kind of meandering around the Mississippi Delta. And it looks like a pretty wet day. Monday could be a very wet day, in fact, if that's right, with rain and storms likely. Tuesday, same deal. That low just sits there. You know, we've seen the model try and bring in dry air, but now it's kind of backed off on the idea. Look at Wednesday. Still awfully moist with a surface low right over us. The ongoing forecast has the sky becoming sunny on Wednesday, and needless to say, we have a little problem with that if this is right. And Thursday, the same deal. The dry air tries to begin to nose into Mississippi, but if that trend keeps up, we'll have to bring back the chance of rain into Wednesday and maybe even Thursday of next week. Check the end of the forecast. This is the 26th of September. Got a trough forming over the east, not as deep as the one I showed you this morning, but still, that's going to bring down some pretty cold air. Look at the northerly flow coming out of the Arctic region, right down into Minnesota and Wisconsin. And the 540 thickness line crossing the Canadian border. But as you can see on this run, the core of it stays up north. But hey, it's late September. It'll get here sooner than later. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, if you are local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.